Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am going to cut right to the chase on this because it is what it is. Okay. What I wanted to say was that Bill Cosby, many of you have heard by now that he's being released. He is going home to his family. His conviction has been overturned. Now, whether or not he's guilty of what he was being charged with or what he was charged with, he knows, and those involved know as well. But I wanted to say this. We have seen time and time again where things have been said and done to so-called black people that were not said and done to others, right? Now, I do believe that him being a celebrity has a great deal to do with him being released, right? Although they did give an explanation, in which I'm not exactly sure that explanation would fly if it were anyone else, okay? But I said this many years ago, and I still believe this. I believe that when you are an adult, whether you're male or female, you don't put yourself in certain situations, okay? That's on both sides, whether you're male or female. I'll also say this so that no one is confused about where I'm going with this. I wanted to say that no one excuses any man who violates a woman, okay? No excuse for that whatsoever. I don't care if you're a celebrity, if you're rich, if you're the former ex-president, whatever, okay? There is no excuse for violating a woman, for doing something to her that she does not want done, right? Now that I've said that, let me take it a step further in another direction. Many years ago, I said this. Many times you have women who play games and they want to pretend like they are so innocent and also like they don't know what the heck's going on when they put themselves in a certain situation. Now, I want to cut in right here and say this too, for the record. Women who lie about things such as this, or fabricate things such as this, they make it difficult for real victims to come forward. They put a real scar on real victims because there are women out here who are real victims of sexual abuse, sexual tragedy, sexual assaults, all kinds of sexual crimes that are done against women. There are women who are truly victims of these things. But when you step into an arena where you have women who are looking for stardom and fame, and they see someone like Bill Cosby or someone else, and you sitting up in some man's apartment or hotel room or bedroom at 2 o'clock in the morning, he has on a house coat, you got on a house coat, and you pretending like you don't know what the hell's going on. Listen, y'all, I'm going to say this once more so that there is no confusion about what I'm talking about. There are real victims of sexual crimes out there. And many times real victims don't get the justice that they are looking for or that they deserve. So I am not talking about real victims here. I'm talking about women who play games. And again, I'm going to say this again too. I don't excuse any man who violates a woman, who hurts a woman or attacks a woman or whatever, commits a crime against a woman's body. If he's drugged her, if he's done something to her so that he can get some type of sexual gratification, right? But at the same time, there are some very questionable circumstances in many of these cases where a woman has her behind in some man's house, apartment, hotel, bedroom, wherever, and she knows what time it is. She also knows who she's dealing with. She also knows the laws. And she also knows that all she has to do is say the word, and she can put that man under the jail. So again, don't confuse me with trying to justify any man's criminal actions. Okay? That's not what I'm doing. But I'm talking about women who play games. Y'all know that's what I'm talking about. I've made that very clear. Women who play games. Now, back to Bill Cosby. Let me say this real quick, too. He's going home to his family. They've overturned his conviction. I wanted to say this about Bill Cosby. And men just like him, so-called black men who find themselves caught up in situations like this. Now, he had women who came forward that were different races, okay? They weren't all white, they weren't all black, okay? He had women from different races, right? Some of them seemed like they were legitimate, okay? But there were some that came forward that seemed like these were women who were setting the stage for a payday. Straight up. So again, as to whether or not he's guilty of anything, he knows, the Most High knows, and the women involved knows, right? But we know what he was convicted for. That conviction has been overturned. There have been women that have come forward who were in this for the money. They know they weren't violated. They were just playing games. But for a man like Bill Cosby and any other so-called black man that has found yourself in these situations and you've made your way out of it, like with the case of Bill Cosby, this is a good time to reflect and repent, and don't put yourself in this situation again. Of course, he's 83 years old now, so that may or may not happen, right? Being 83 doesn't stop things from happening. I mean, stuff still works, right? But the point that I'm trying to make is this. You have to repent in your mind as well. It's not just a physical thing. Whatever deviance that was in a person's mind that caused them to go astray in the first place, that is what they need to get rid of, because this needs to be considered a second chance, because he could have went a lot longer. He could have stayed a lot longer. I think they said he could have stayed up to 10 years, and he probably wouldn't have made it all of that time. We know that men of other races, many times they get to walk free and get a free pass with doing the exact same things that Bill Cosby was accused of. The Most High has allowed this. He allowed this. And it should be a wake-up call to any so-called brother man who would find yourself in a situation like this. Don't do it. Because some of these people play for keeps. They are after what is in your pocket or in your bank account. And if you find yourself or you allow yourself to get in these circumstances, and this is to you younger men, because Bill Cosby, he's aged. He's 83 years old. He's 83 years old, and so he may be just past his time of doing anything like this, right? But you younger men, you celebrities, or you football, basketball stars, whatever you may be, married man, don't put yourself in these situations. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. These women can take you for a whole lot. You can find yourself in the seat of judgment by the Most High, allowing something very hefty, very heavy duty to come down on you. Or you can find yourself in prison. It's not worth it. You have a wife, just wait till you get home. There's no need to meet up with nobody for no secret rendezvous. No need to invite some woman to your hotel room or your house or your apartment or some secret rendezvous here or there. It's not worth it. Let it go. Because Bill Cosby, as wealthy as he is, he got himself caught up. And so he should consider himself blessed that they are letting him go free and that he is now going to reunite with his family. That's my 2 cents on this. Again, I'm going to reiterate that I am not justifying any man hurting any woman. Okay? I am also going to reiterate that there are real victims out here who have been really, truly hurt and devastated by these actions. But there's always this big question mark when you have some woman coming forward decades later who benefited from said relationship or said connection, and she had her behind sitting up in somebody's place 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. There's always a big question mark as to whether or not she really feels victimized or she's just looking for a payday. I'm done with this. I want to know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Until next time. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share and like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.